Hey gamers, you're listening to Pashcast, the only show that begs the question, what is a man? The answer is a miserable little pile of secrets. I'm Pash Morano, editor-in-chief of Gamersyndrome, and I'm bringing to you episode 2 of the Pashcast. I really enjoyed episode 1, which debuted yesterday. We talked about some interesting stuff like Fallout 4, some quotes from Todd Howard about mission design, and I drew a parallel with MGS3 based on the sentence's relevancy to non-lethal encounters. That was really fun. I enjoyed that thoroughly. If you haven't seen it or heard it, I guess, kind of both, check it out. I'll link it in the description below this video. Today, I was actually going to make episode 2 all about Zelda. Yay, Zelda. Because it's really awesome. And who doesn't love Zelda? I certainly do. But we're doing a 180. We're not going to be talking about Zelda today. Which, probably just bummed some of you out completely. What we're talking about today, instead of Zelda, is erotic violence. No joke. For any of you who are unaware, and I don't blame you for willingly forgetting the events of today or this news even after I retell you it, Konami just announced their newest Castlevania game, which is a pachinko machine dubbed Erotic Violence. I didn't start writing for The Onion or anything. That's a real headline. It's factual. This is public record, folks. You can look it up. I wrote my article about it earlier. It was just kind of a blip. Little news story. Absurd. Offensive on just about every level. And one more sheer sign. Everyone at Konami is ingesting massive amounts of morphine while on the clock. Because I don't know how else you come to that conclusion. That's a great idea. Jeez. I know what some of you are thinking. Or at least, I don't know, the business-minded folk listening. All two of you. Pachinko machines make great money. What are you talking about, Pash? This is an excellent business idea. Etc., etc. Don't you know who plays it? I am aware, totally, of the fact that Pachinko makes mad bank in Japan. And it frightens me to think that this machine alone, erotic violence, a Castlevania Pachinko machine, it might gross more than the past several Castlevania games combined. What a reality we are living in. It's not about the money. I know that's exactly what it's about for Konami, and that's why they're doing what they're doing. I don't give a shit about how much money they're making on this machine. This is one of those moments where I have to force myself not to be speechless. Because I'm doing a Pashcast, and I'm speechless, we're both sitting here awkwardly while Konami makes a Castlevania pachinko machine named Erotic Violence. What must Konami be thinking? I mean, really, could you not just come up with another gothically themed, sexually enticing, made-up anime property, video game property, fictional property, what have you? Just slap that on. What crossover fandom do they think they're really going to get here? I mean, pachinko machines are going to be played by like lonely, horny career men who probably never. I don't think they know what a Castlevania is. They sure as hell don't know what a Konami is. So why? What's the point in using the name? It's such cheap licensing. I'm startled and astounded based on the fact that Koji Igarashi left Konami because he apparently just couldn't do it anymore. No more good ideas from that man. Not a single one. In fact, he really didn't do anything to begin with. Or so I have read from people who are talking absolute shit over at Konami. But of course, Koji Igarashi had no ideas left, and he's the man who helped make the phrase Metroidvania reality, which is an infamous genre based on his work in the Castlevania series, which is a classic. Pick one. And now we're getting a pachinko machine from Konami. I would probably be more floored if Konami hadn't done every single thing imaginable this year to prove how much they don't give a shit about games, gamers, gaming, or anything but just unabashed greed and money. I mean, I know they are a company at the end of the day, but they were also considered one of the most reliable third-party video game developer / publishers you could imagine. And that is obviously not the case anymore. I mean, I thought it was awful enough that they took Hideo Kojima's name off of the cover of his own creation. But for some reason, Castlevania, Erotic Violence, Pachinko Machine coming to a gambling house near you is somehow worse. That is actually somehow worse. I'm going to call it Konami official time of death, July 30th, 2015. You won't be missed, Konami. I know that you've pretty much acknowledged that you're getting out of the console gaming business. You don't care at all. That fact has never been more proven to anyone than how you've proven it this year. So forcing Castlevania into a smut river to make you a cheap buck is par for the course. You may have just alienated, you've impressively alienated just about every single one of your fans by pissing on MGS, by disrespecting Silent Hill, by basically just torturing Castlevania into an early grave. I mean, I think if I was talking to someone else, not just riffing on my own, I might have had even better material to make fun of Konami with. But I have to stop and say, wow, Konami. Just wow. So with that, Konami may have just won my holy fucking shit award of 2015. Of an award I have invented for how monumentally they have failed. It's a good job, guys. You're that bad. You have an award named after you. It's like the spiritual successor to the Tobias Bruckner Award introduced by EGM to celebrate just how bad the villain from Turok 3 was. And I would compare and or metaphorically describe a Castlevania pachinko machine dubbed Erotic Violence. I would describe that decision as a cowboy riding a robotic raptor. That, you know, when you hear it said that way, it sounds kind of cool, but just play Turok 3. It's not. It really isn't. Or play E.T. or Big Rigs or any other video game, because it's probably going to have more substantial value than Erotic Violence. I'm probably never going to talk about Konami again, because I have a feeling that they're literally just they are now trying to get noticed in the most negative ways possible, because that is the only recourse they have left at their disposal. And yeah, I'm almost legitimately considering renting MGS5, and I was actually going to reobtain a next-gen system to play it. Oh, Konami, you are sacks of shit. Well, that's the Pashcast for today. I hope it was an uplifting one. Tomorrow, I think I'll talk about Zelda. I kind of wanted this episode to be a bit shorter anyways. I really liked how episode 1 turned out, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. But I was up till 6 in the morning editing it, and I really don't want to repeat that. So, just to stay consistent, here's episode 2, second day in a row. Hope you guys enjoy it. I can find the dark humor in it, and also kind of respectfully just put Castlevania out of your mind for the rest of time. And remember to support Koji Igarashi. Even though his Kickstarter for Bloodstain is over, you can always check out the game, spread the news, the proper reigning king of 2D side-scrolling action RPGs. Bloodstain's looking amazing. You should check it out because that's an actual video game, not just an actual Castlevania game. And it's from someone who does, in fact, give a shit, which Konami has proven that they're the king of not doing. Yeah. All right, well, this has been Pash Morano with Pashcast episode number 2. Check you guys later.